count of three, I would like to give God the highest praise.
Hallelujah!
For everybody being here today, I thank you for everybody in their absence. Please help me not to be scared of everybody's eyes. Watching me, help me be the best of us, Lord God. Help me be a youth of integrity and character. Help me to speak a word that just gravitates the minds of your people, Lord God.
Yes, Lord.
Amen. You may be seated.
Yes, sir.
If I had to choose a scripture, it would be our main scripture for our Holy Convocation and Fan Convention. It would be Ephesians 3:20.
Yes, sir.
Now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that works within us. So, for God to do exceeding and abundantly in our life or in the lives of the people around us, we must know what both of those words mean. So, exceedingly means above and beyond or over. And abundantly means in large quantities, plentiful, or to go to the extreme.
Yeah, come on.
So for God to do exceeding and abundantly above all that we ask or think.
Yeah.
I found a couple of examples in the Bible and outside of the Bible that we can not follow, but just watch how God moved through their lives, such as David,
Yes, sir.
Moses,
Yes, sir.
Abraham,
Yes, sir.
Job,
All right.
Martin Luther King, just to name a few.
All
But
right.
those are a couple of the lives God has worked through and did exceeding and abundantly through. Now, when I speak, I like to think of my message as a dish, and you guys, it's like a restaurant. So I'm here to feed, not your mouth, but your soul.
All right.
Are you guys spiritually hungry?
Yes.
Are y'all spiritually hungry?
Always.
Let's eat. So my five key ingredients. My five key ingredients are principles, programs, promises, the people, and purpose.
Okay.
And if I had to have an acronym, it would be FABO. Someone say FABO.
Battle.
FABO. FABO. Follow and be obedient.
All right.
So my first ingredient is principles. And in almost every situation, a person in a high place sets down rules and principles that one is in order to follow, such as myself getting my permit. I wouldn't be able to drive my parents' vehicle if I wasn't able to follow rules and principles they didn't set down for me.
That's right.
Or if I would go over the speed limit and get pulled over, I would have my license suspended for the disobedience to the rules and principles that people over me have set. So another example I found in the Bible was Moses. Now Moses, he was an instrument that God used to lead the Israelites out of poverty, out of being enslaved. So I have found the scripture in Numbers 20:12, which says, "But the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, because you did not believe me, because you did not honor me as holy before the people, you will not lead them into the land I will give them." An act of disobedience caused Moses the plans God had to do exceeding and abundantly in his life.
That's right.
Watch out, sir.
An act of disobedience cost Moses the plans God had to do exceeding and abundantly in his life.
Come on.
Now we're going to hold on to that. I'm going to get into my next two main ingredients. Programs and promises. The definition of a program is a set of related measures
That's
and
right.
activities with a long-term aim. And a promise is a declaration or assurance that one will do a thing or that the thing will happen. For instance, in the Bible, one promise God made was to the Israelites, correct? He promised them the promised land. But for them to be in the land, they had to follow certain principles. Y'all remember that word, principles? And be put through certain trials, tests, or programs in order to receive the promised land. For Moses, the main instrument in God's plan for the Israelites is a perfect example of my plan. In Numbers 11 and 15 it says, "If thou deal thus with me, kill me. I pray thee out of hand. I have found favor in thy sight, and let me not see my wretchedness." In this, Moses was suffering, going through a related measure of activity. And a couple scriptures after this event, in Numbers 11 and 20, which I read earlier, Moses was disobedient to a principle in which God gave him, which meant that even though his people would be able to get into the promised land, due to his disobedience, he wouldn't.
Right. Come on.
My third ingredient,
All right.
the people. When I was asked to speak on this phrase, and Pops came and gave it to me, I was struggling on exceedingly and abundantly. But then I thought to myself, how can God do his work or fulfill his promise and purposes if there is no person he can work through? If you notice, I stayed on the point of the Israelites and Moses, and I'm continuing to stay on that point by saying God could have let the Israelites stay enslaved or in poverty while they were in Egypt. But he used Moses, a person among the people, to fulfill a promise, but also put them through certain programs. And even after Moses died, due to his disobedience, there was another one. His name is Joshua, a man who took over after Moses died, and not only led his people into the promised land, but also entered it for himself due to his obedience. Just because he followed and was obedient to God. My last ingredient. Purpose. The definition of purpose is the reason for which something is done or created, or for which something exists. Moses and Aaron, due to their disobedience to God's principles, God put them through a series of programs and eventually denied them of being able to enter in the promised land. But Joshua's story is totally different, with him following God and being obedient to his rules and principles, and withstanding through certain tests, and withstanding through certain programs to eventually enter in the promised land. To sum it all up, God used Joshua, a person among the people, to fulfill his purpose.
Yes, sir.
But Joshua couldn't do it without following and being obedient.
Amen. That's it.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
All right, come on.
Minister Ash said, there is nothing too hard for God. And while I was sitting down, I had found a scripture. 2 Samuel 7:28 says, "Now, O Lord God, you are God, and your words are true. You have promised this good thing into your servant." So, if God's words are true, and in his word, he said he's going to do exceeding and abundantly in our lives,
All right.
why can't we follow and be obedient? Why can't we follow and be obedient? Now I'm gonna wrap this all up. God sets principles for us to follow. Puts us through certain programs to see how we will react. Then God sets promises for his people to follow for a specific purpose. For a specific purpose. And that purpose is for God to do exceedingly and abundantly above all that we ask.
Yes, sir.
Very much.